Hello, my beautiful friends. How are you today? I am doing fantastic. I am freezing though. It is so cold in here. I swear I'm like Al Capone walking into the IRS. I am shivering. I just want to show you this really quick before I put the camera in the mount. This is what I do to test color combinations. There's a puddle on my mat of white house paint. So I will test there just to see if the colors go good together. So that was just a little tip I wanted to give you. So it is almost December, and Primary Elements will have a new set coming out December 1st. You can pre-order it now, but I got the colors and I want to show you them because they are absolutely beautiful. Every time I get a set of these colors, I say to myself, oh my God, they can't get any prettier. And then they do. So they're just amazing. So I just mixed them all up. I'm going to show you them all. I'm going to use a few in this video here. I'm not going to do them all at once because I want to do some ornaments with them. And I want to test something out today that's been bothering me. So we're going to do these colors. We're going to display these colors over the next couple of videos. So the first one I have here is called Twilight, and it is a purplish blue. Now these are all shimmer colors, and the kit comes with 12 colors. The 12 colors I'm about to show you, plus an 8-ounce bottle of Polypore, which is what you mix with the primary element colors to make your own paints. And then you pour them. So it's like making your own pre-mixed paints. So that is the Twilight. Then we have a color called Moonbeams. Moonbeams, not moonbeams. Very pretty. Very shimmery in person, I can tell you that. A lighter lilac purplish color. Okay. Then we have, this one is, I think, my favorite out of the kit. Well, my first favorite, I should say. This is the Red Jasper. It's a red coppery. You can't get too close here or else my camera doesn't focus. Red coppery. Oh, it's just gorgeous. Then we have Sunset Glow, which is a peachish color with a violet tone to it. So these are like color shift colors. If I were to compare them to a paint, it would be like color shift colors. Then the next one is, this is the Raspberry Wine. Really pretty deep pinkish magenta color. Then we have Tanzanite, which is like the Northern Lights color, except the undertone, the shifting color in this is a purple, whereas the Northern Lights color is a green. This is one of my other favorites, Vintage Mint. Now you can get this kit with 25% off using my code, which, by the way, January 1st, my code is being switched to 20%. So you ought to use it now before January 1st if you want to save the 25%. This color is called Mystique. So it's a teal with, it's a deeper teal with green base. It's really, really pretty. Now this one is not in the kit, but I mixed it up anyway because I didn't have it and I got it and I wanted to show you guys it. That's hot cinnamon. Boy, it is the brightest, reddest, deepest. It's like deep and bright and everything all wrapped into one red. It's just amazing. And then this here is Black Cherry. Very sexy color. And then last but definitely not least, this is Green Tea. And this is like a black emerald almost. It's a really deep, deep green. All right, so we're going to use some of these colors on our tile in front of you. I do also have some other matte colors mixed up. So I told you I wanted to test something that's been bothering me, and that is some people claim to do the bloom technique the proper way, that you need Australian Floetrol. I happen to not agree with that, but I got my hands on some Australian Floetrol thanks to Leslie Onstadt. So I'm going to test them side by side to see if there's any type of a difference. I'm going to test that against the American Floetrol. Also, before I go on, I need to say thank you to Miss Tori for sending me the 2 boxes that she sent. Tori, those supplies were so appreciated, and I needed them so desperately. It's almost like you snuck into my house and saw what I needed and you sent. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart. And just so you know, I have this little guy sitting right next to me from now until he can no longer sit next to me, because I just absolutely love him. I've named him Herman, by the way. Okay, guys. So thank you, Tori, very, very much. For the rest of you, thank you for your support, watching the videos, for donations, just for being my friend in general. It means the world to me. It really does. So now I'm going to set up and we're going to jump right into this art video. So I mixed up some cell activator. If I didn't mention, by the way, I'm using the bloom recipe again. I'm going to move on from this technique very soon. Not leave it behind. I'm just going to start doing some other things too, because I think that I've done enough now for you all to know how to mix, or at least you know my way of mixing the colors. So today I'm using Vivid Enamel, which is sold by Colourarte. I'm using 2 parts of the Vivid Enamel to 1 part of polyacrylic. Now you can use this enamel also with the primary elements to make paint and just brush paint for your mixed media, stuff like that. Just so you know, it's not only meant for this. You can glaze with it. There's a ton of different things you can do with it. Anyway, that's the recipe I have. 2 parts of that enamel with 1 part of polyacrylic, and then I mix some of the powder into the cup, and we're ready to go. My cell activators, I did something a little bit different now. I'm going to test the white American Floetrol with the white Australian Floetrol. But then I've also made purple and yellow cell activators that I'm going to show you. So we're going to kind of do a half and half here. On this side, I'm going to do, I believe this is Moonbeams. No, I don't want to put it that way. Hold on. We're going to put down some of the mint. Vintage mint. Some of the Moonbeams. And then this is just some azurite blue, I believe, from Golden. I'm going to put a little bit of that there. And then I'm going to do the same exact colors right here, because I need 2 puddles, one for the American Floetrol, one for the Australian Floetrol. Okay, so we're going to do that test first. So this here is the Australian. Give it a little mix. It's been sitting. And then this one here is the American. And now with a turkey baster, I'm going to blow. You're going to see the cells forming. Okay, so we get cells, same exact. There's, to me, that is exactly equal. It looks pretty much identical. So that is my theory proven, that you can do it with American just as you can with the Australian. So now let's go over here though, and let's do another puddle. And you know something I put down earlier? Here's some red cinnamon, or hot cinnamon, I'm sorry. Hot cinnamon. Which again, that one is not in the kit, but I wanted to try it out. This one is the red jasper. Now this color combo was striking earlier when I tried it. So I'm hoping it will do the same thing again. I think I forgot to show you guys this one. This is one of the other colors, Mango Freeze, that's in the kit for December. Okay. And I used a purple cell activator. Now I know that sounds odd, but it really did look pretty before. So let's see if we can get it to look pretty again. Of course, now that I'm on camera, it won't, but you know how that goes. That's just my luck. Right in the center here, I'm going to use the yellow cell activator now. So I want to do some blues. So this is the Twilight. Right in the center, along with Bougainvillea, like the flower. We'll do some of this Violet by Holbein. That is a matte color. And the yellow cell activator. This time I'm going to use my mouth though, only because I want to blow it out wide. I'm just going to let it sit there for a minute and develop. You can see it developing. Let me see if I can hopefully get you up to the camera here. So you can see the cells forming as the paint rises back up to the surface. Look at those cells. And if you have an area where it doesn't form, like in the center, there you could lightly blow with your breath, or at this point, I really like to use a straw or the turkey baster because I don't want to mess with the other areas. So see that? Just take your time. So now that is a composition I can be happy with. And you know what? Maybe we'll do, why not? Let's do a couple more here. Let's use this green, the green tea. I think I'll put it right in here, right over that area. This time also, I'm not doing the puddles on top of the base paint like I normally do, only because I ran out of White House paint. So I'm kind of just winging it here and hoping that things glide good when I go to tilt. If not, this video is more to show you the new colors. So here's some. That's the Mystique blue I just put down. This is the golden blue. And the green was the green tea. Cell activator. Wow, look at that, how that developed. There are cells everywhere. Here, let's put a little bit of phthalo green in too. Right? You know, let's use white for this one. Where are we? Here is the Australian Floetrol again. I apologize for not being on screen when I use my mouth to blow. It's just that my lady bits end up getting paint on them when I do that. And I can't move my camera back far enough for you guys to come on, for you to see what I'm doing. So let me just show you this though, because this is beautiful. Absolutely stunning. I don't even want to tilt it. But we don't have enough white here, so I'm going to put a little white there. And I'm going to just use my baster a little bit. So I feel like there's too much green and not enough white there. Okay. Very pretty. All right, so now I'm going to let that come back in, and then we're going to stretch. Hopefully, it will stretch okay. Because like I said, I didn't put the the actual little puddles for the pillow down. So I'm going to go nice and slow. Just kind of helping it along there. And so I see they're going wonky on me. So let me come this way. Yep. They're going wonky. Also, a few of my colors were a lot thinner than the others. And I know better than to use them like that, but it's kind of in a rush. So I did use them that way. And I shouldn't have. It's the golden fluid colors were much thinner than the primary element colors. So what I needed to do was I needed to thin down the primary elements a little bit so that the consistency was the same as the golden fluid colors, but I didn't do that because I was rushing to get a video done. And I should have. But again, this is just to show you the different colors, guys. It's not really, for me, it's not about obtaining a piece of art afterwards. For you, it will be. But for me, it's just to show you these pretty new colors. So we're just stretching and stretching. Stretching and stretching all day long. I'm just kind of pulling it out a little bit here to help it to come off. So anyway, if you want to check out this kit and pre-order it, it is up to pre-order, or you can wait till the 1st when it's actually available to ship. But what's nice about the pre-order is that the day that it goes live, your package is already shipped out. So it's a nice thing to be able to do the pre-order. This is an odd little duck here. That's okay. We like odd. At least you get to see some of the different colors. I kind of lost my yellow there, my yellow cell activator, but again, totally expected. So there's that one is done. Now what I want to do really quick, if you don't mind, is I want to test to see if this bloom recipe can be used to make squishies. And if you don't know what those are, Anne-Marie Ritterhoff, which I'm sure a lot of you know who she is, takes her acrylic paint, she puts it on a piece of either Yupo, or I think I've seen her do canvas before, squishes them together, peels them apart to see what kind of design she gets. I want to see if you can do that with the bloom technique. So what I have here is 2 pieces of mini Yupo paper, which I will show you right now. Two little mini pieces. These are the cutest little mini Yupo pads I've ever seen. 2.5 by 3 3/4 is the size of paper. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a piece right here. Now I'm not going to put white house paint down. I'm just going to drizzle some colors onto, or not drizzle, just streak, almost like you would for a swipe. Streak some color on there. We're going to go with purple, green, and blue. Wow. Oh, there it is. Some blue. Now what you use these for is for your jewelry. Let it dry, you cut it out, glue it into a bezel, cover it with some resin or a glass cabochon. You're good to go. All right, so now I'm going to take, I think I'm going to use, oh, it doesn't matter. This is the, yeah, it does. I'm going to use the American Floetrol. I wanted to use the American because I used more of the Australian in this video. So I'm just going to kind of run it through there, smush them together and see what happens. If that makes sense. Probably going to make a big mess, but okay. Here we go. A lot of paint. Way too much paint. Way too much paint. All right, let's pull it apart. Let's see what happens. So there's that. Oh, there are little baby cells forming. Now that's interesting. Let's lift this out of here. Wow, that's pretty cool. Let it dry just like that. You can see there's some clusters of cells. Let's try that again with less paint. But that is a beautiful background, actually. If you think about it. It's a really beautiful background. All right, let's put that there. And let's do another, shall we? This time less paint. Much less paint this time. I'm going to lay it right in there because I don't care what happens to the back. I'm just worried about the front. So let's start again. This time not so much paint. You want to make sure there's enough there so when you squish it, it gets covered. But you don't want it to be so much that it did what it just did right there for me. Okay, and then the green. And let's put a little violet in this one. Forgot about poor Violet sitting over here all by herself. And then the white. Make sure there's enough of that on there. Okay. Let's put our piece of paper down. Squish them together. Move them around a little bit. Just tapping it out there. Now see, that one I missed areas. But here's the thing, it is producing cells. Let's put a little more white down and try to re-smush this one. Especially in that area there. All right. Oh, there we go. That. So you could see the little areas. It does make a beautiful background though for a painting. Let's see this one here. Would have helped if I didn't stick my finger in it. See, this area right here is really pretty. I'd like to try it on a bigger scale, I guess. Heck. And see how it goes. Let's torch it really quick. Here's something else right here too that you can try. Hold on a second. One thing at a time, Tammy, one thing at a time. Yeah, it really doesn't do anything. Still a beautiful background though. This here, right here, the paint on the Loli Vefe mat. Let's do a little swipe on that, shall we? Because don't forget, if you have these mats, you can let this dry, peel it up, and use it for jewelry also. So let's just swipe her out and see what happens. I went a little too deep there. I got some beautiful lacing going through. Here, I'm going to do it right here, and then I'm going to take you guys down and show you a close-up. Now, obviously, my mat is way too dirty, so I couldn't keep this stuff. But for the clean person, here, we'll just use this little piece of Yupo that I'm not going to save. because we know that it works for swipes. So that's just another idea. I do like those squishies. We're going to explore that further in the next video. Anyway, guys, here we go. Let's see if, I don't know if you'll be able to see it with the glare. There you go. That's a good view. If I can get my hand to stop shaking. Okay. So that's the video for today. Check out those new kits. Here's the little squishies that we did. Very beautiful background. So check out the kits. There's the tile. The cells went all wonky on me, but that's okay. It was just to show the colors. Colourarte.com. I have the coupon code listed below. And yeah, here are the colors. What a mess. What a mess. Well, it is time for me to sign off, guys. I love you all. I hope you enjoyed my little experiments here. If you did, can you please click the like and hit the bell and subscribe if you are not already. I have some very interesting videos coming up this week. I'll just say that. Thanks to one very inventive subscriber. So I will catch you in the next video. I love you all. Happy pouring.